Venom, issue number 1 by Marvel Comics. So, yeah, this came out recently. I haven't really been keeping in touch with Marvel at all. To be honest, I haven't been keeping in touch with any of the big two because they've they've just been pretty terrible for the most part. But maybe I should jump back in. This issue was actually pretty good. Like I said, I haven't been keeping up with Marvel, so I really don't know anything about what's been going on with Venom or him being the new King of Black or any of that stuff. But apparently Eddie Brock has a son now named Dylan, and Dylan is going to be playing a huge part in this. And well, let's just get into it. So we start off with a motel building on fire. A bunch of army goons are outside, and then we see Venom, or we see a Venom with the chain wrapped around his wrist for some reason. And then we get just a brief message to kind of catch you up. So I'll read that for you. Years ago, Eddie Brock was a reporter whose career was ruined after the Amazing Spider-Man revealed that he had falsified a story. Distraught, Brock contemplated suicide and went to his church to ask forgiveness in preparation for taking his own life. Instead, he found a kindred spirit, an extraterrestrial parasitic alien called a symbiote that Spider-Man had inadvertently brought to Earth and rejected after discovering its true nature. Sensing Brock's shared hatred of the wall crawler, the creature bonded with him and the two were joined. Recently, Eddie discovered that he had a son, Dylan, kept secret by his long-deceased ex-wife, Anne Weying. In the weeks that followed, Dylan has been by his father's side and faced down serial killers and space gods. Now the fallout has left Dylan as a host of the alien organism that once inhabited his father, binding them not only by blood, but by venom. So yeah, this is a tale of two stories. One is Eddie Brock, and Eddie Brock's story is more cosmic, and the other is Dylan. And so, like I said, we start off with this motel building on fire. We have Dylan as a symbiote being chased by these army goons, and basically he's telling the Venom to shut up because the Venom in him, the symbiote in him, keeps telling him that Eddie is gone. And of course, Dylan is pissed off at this. And then we cut to 12 hours earlier where we have Eddie and some other symbionts, and they're going to a distress signal in space. And right here, I'll be honest with you guys. When it comes to Venom, I think he works better as a street hero, if that makes any sense, as an urban hero. I don't like the cosmic stuff when it comes to Venom. Same with Spider-Man. There are some heroes where cosmic space alien adventures are cool and fine to deal with. And there are others where it's like, I just want you to stick to, like, you know, protecting the streets. Venom is one of those. I know he's an alien parasite and stuff like that, but just seeing Eddie going around in space is just really weird to me. But yeah, he sees this distress signal, and he basically has these other symbiotes that I'm assuming are not, they don't have a host. They're just the symbiotes and they're just taking this human form. And Eddie can, I mean, he's the King of Black. He controls all of these symbiotes, except for one of them, which has red eyes. And I thought, you know what? That should have been like your biggest signal that something is wrong. Like, all the other symbiotes look the same, except for this one that has red glowing eyes. You would think, hey, you know what? How come you're different from all the other symbiotes? Maybe I shouldn't trust this one. This one doesn't seem to be falling in line like the rest of them. But they go inside, and then we see how Eddie can use his powers. Like, he can control them to, like, you know, seal the open so that the when he opens up the inner airlock, the atmosphere won't breach. He sends them off to different parts of the ship and tells them, like, you know, if you see anything, let me know. And one of them sees something, so he's able to transfer his mind from his current body into the other symbiote. So he can basically jump to different symbiotes and control them as if he's controlling his own body. And so, yeah, we see these aliens that have taken over the ship. They have locked, well, they haven't locked, but all the inhabitants of the ship have rushed to the escape pods, but these aliens have locked the escape pods. So the people are basically just stuck in that room and they can't get out. And that's when Eddie starts attacking them. He starts attacking these aliens and fighting off all of them. And then we cut to Dylan, and Dylan's having a bunch of fights at school, and he's basically being upset that his dad's never around. And there's this, I'm assuming, Venom cat or symbiote cat that hangs out with him, and his name is Sleeper. And yeah, they basically talk about how Dylan is pretty much an angsty teen, and I'm like, oh god, this kid, please don't let him be one of those characters. Please don't let him be one of those, like, hates life, hates his parents, hates everything, always bitching about something. I'm hoping that's not the case, because I can't stand those kind of characters. But yeah, we see him, he shows home. He looks at a picture of him and his dad, and, you know, again, the house is empty. There's some figure outside watching him. And then we cut back to Eddie. And Eddie's taking on these aliens, and he wraps them all up in web. And as he's doing this, he's like, you know, something feels off. Like, something seems wrong here. Like, maybe some kind of venom sense is going off for the first time. But it feels like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff and someone's right behind me, waiting to push. And then that's when he gets a message from one of the other symbiotes. And the other symbiote says, Eddie, help. So Eddie transfers his mind into that symbiote and discovers that the glowing-eyed symbiote has slaughtered all the crew members that Eddie and the other symbiotes were there to save. And that's when that symbiote says, I have a message from the future, Eddie. I wanted to make sure you listened. And the message is basically that don't sit too comfortable on your throne, because it'll soon be empty. There's like this threat that's gonna go after you and everything that you love. So now is the time to go to your son, to go to anyone else, your friends, your family, anyone else that you love. You know, tell them to run, tell them to hide. It won't make any difference. They're all gonna die. And Eddie's like, all right, symbiotes, let's leave. So him and the other symbiotes that are still loyal to him leave. And then we have Dylan, and Eddie shows up and tells him to pack his bags like we're leaving, and asks him where's the other symbiote, where's Venom, and Dylan doesn't know. And so as Dylan is packing up and getting ready to, you know, to leave with his dad, he gets a phone call from his dad, and his dad basically tells him, the person in your house is not me. You got to listen, you got to do what I say. You got to get out of the house. You got to sneak out of the house. Don't talk to this other guy. Don't go anywhere with him. There's a motel on the outskirts of the city, the one near the, you know, diner that had the burnt pancakes that you hated. I want you to meet me there. So, you know, go now. So he does. He sneaks off. He's being followed once again by the figure wearing the hat. You know what? I think I'm going to end it here. This is only like half the issue. There's still a lot more, but I think this is a good spot to hang it on, and I don't want to spoil everything. But yeah, so I really like this moment. I think this is like a really cool, like, dramatic, kind of creepy moment about, you know, the fake dad in the house and then getting a call from the real dad telling him to get the hell out of there. So yeah, from what I've read online in articles, it seems like basically there's going to be 2 writers working on this, and they're going to be covering different things. So it looks like V is going to be covering all of Dylan's stuff, and it looks like Ewing is going to be covering all of Eddie's stuff. And so far, it looks like Dylan's story, it's more of the, like, grounded, street level kind of confrontations, while Eddie's stuff is more cosmic and alien and things. So we'll see how that works. I will say that the character of Dylan doesn't really interest me so far in this issue. Maybe I need to see more of him. Maybe because I haven't seen previous stuff with him. Here, he just seems like an angry, angsty teen who has a love-hate relationship with his dad. And it's like, I've seen that so many times before. It's cliche, and I don't care for those characters. But we'll see. We'll see if that changes. But I will say that, like, I prefer his more, like, grounded, urban kind of stuff. By urban, I mean, like, you know, street level kind of action and story. I love, like, space operas and, you know, science fantasies and things like that. I just don't feel like Eddie or Venom is one of those characters. Like, when I think of cosmic adventures, I don't think of Venom. I don't think of Spider-Man. Like, those feel like they should be more grounded in reality kind of adventures, as grounded in reality as you can in a Marvel universe. But yeah, not the fan of like the cosmic stuff for Venom. But I guess we'll see. Like this issue did enough to convince me to check out the next issue. Depending on how that one goes, we'll see if this is something that, you know, I would like to continue on or not. So yeah, I mean, maybe they'll spin off this into, no, I don't think they're gonna do that. I was gonna say maybe they'll spin off this into like one adventures with Eddie and the cosmic stuff, and the other adventure would be Dylan and his, like, you know, stuff in on Earth. If that's the case, then I would just stick with the Dylan stuff, just because I don't care about the cosmic stuff with Venom. Venom is not one of those characters that I like cosmic adventures with. This is just a personal thing though. But yeah, other than that, artwork was good. Story was good for the most part. You know, it interested me enough to check out the second issue. But yeah, there you guys go. Venom issue number 1 by Marvel Comics. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you guys agree with me that Venom should just stick to street level crime? Or do you like the cosmic stuff with him? I would like to get your opinion on it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that bell for a notification. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far. And I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see. And I hope to see you guys next time. Later.